Hello. Welcome back to my channel. This is my budget plans where we are trying to pay off debt and reach our financial goals. If you are new here, hey, what's up? Hey, boo, hey. If you are one of my A1s, welcome back. So today is actually really going to be a quick video because your girl did not get to the bank to be able to stuff. Okay, not like my real stuffing. So, I am probably going to come back to do this again soon since this is not really like a stuffing, but it is a savings challenge catch up because I believe I owe myself $4. So I hope you guys have had a good week. What is up with y'all? How are you guys doing? Me, I'm good. I'm doing good. But you know what? I have to address something. And I am not like a big content creator, whatever you would like to call them, but I've been seeing some things going around on these TikTok streets, and honestly, I've been seeing it on Facebook and all the kind of things, and I keep seeing this rhetoric where people are talking about IEPs and 504 plans not being available in the real world. And, there's this one specific lady on TikTok, and I guess she was a teacher. I don't know if she's retired or not, but she's an older lady, and she's always talking about special needs children, and she's always talking about special education, and she's, about how we need to stop putting them in class with everyone else, and how, we need to stop coddling them, and this rhetoric where honestly it's kind of very insensitive to me as a recipient of a 504 plan and also having, a child with an IEP. I feel like I can't help but take it a little personal. And I feel like, I don't know, but it's kind of bothering me a little bit because because I'm a new parent, okay, of a child with an IEP. And, in the beginning, when you see that there's a need, you feel bad a little bit because it's like, oh my gosh, what can I do? How can I help them? How can I support them? Right. But then, and people seem to, in my example and in my experience, I feel like there was some resistance, but I also feel like there were people there like, no, you need to ensure you get the services and the accommodations that your child deserves and has a right to. But then when I go on TikTok, because I'm gonna be real, y'all, like learning, IDEA, and FAPE, and like all of these different laws that are surrounding, 504 plans and IEPs and stuff like that, individual education plans for people who may not know. A 504 plan usually provides accommodations like physical things. It could be more, but like for me, example, I'm vision impaired, so a lot of the times I needed things magnified, things blown up so that I could see them, that kind of thing. Those type of accommodations because I had a visual impairment. IEPs or individual education plans are a little bit more in depth because they are specifically designed for that one student that needs additional support, right? So like, in the beginning, when my husband and I started going through this and finding out all of the information that's out there, first of all, it's very overwhelming. It is very like, oh my God, so many things coming at you at once, right? But then when you finally find people who get it and they support you, I'm sorry, y'all. Sweet Pea, it's been a long day. She's a little irritable, but she's with her dad. So like when you find people who get it, it's like, yeah, you feel like you found your village and people understand. And then when I went on TikTok and I found this lady, it was like a real smack in the face. Like, oh my gosh, does my child not deserve to be in inclusion class? Like, and I totally understand that, some children do struggle with behaviors and some children, how it could be a hindrance to other kids learning. I totally understand that. But I feel like inclusion, in a sense, can be a way to also help other children understand. Like, hey, you know what? Different people are different and people have different challenges and they deserve to be heard and seen and respected as well. So I don't know. Like, I keep seeing her, and at first, the very first time I saw her on TikTok, I kind of felt like, okay, I can understand that, because, you know, there are some parents who are like, oh, my child would never. And I'm not, and I get it. I totally understand that there's parents out there that are like that. However, am not. I am very aware of all of my children's strengths and weaknesses at this point in time in their lives. I get it. I understand. I'm an intuitive mom. You know, I do pay attention to my children. However, though, I do feel that there is a huge divide. And I think that a lot of the times, and I'm sorry, this is just a soapbox, I'm sorry, but it really hit my mama heart hearing these things. So it was basically, IEPs are not around in the real world. IEPs will not be around in the real world. And that's honestly not true. Now, are all employers going to be accommodating? Maybe and maybe not. But at the same time, as of right now, by law, you cannot discriminate against someone for having a disability or needs an accommodation, right? Especially if it's a field that person truly strives in and has a great affinity for, you know, or talent in. So, you know, this rhetoric that, oh, well, you're coddling them. No, not really. We're trying to give them supports so that they can learn the same way other kids learn, or typical kids may learn, or whatever the case may be. And so I feel like people are just trying to shove people who may learn differently or need additional supports to the side. And I don't think that's right. Like, the problem isn't the students. Now, hold on. Essentially, the problem is not the children. The problem is the fact that funding is continuously being cut from schools, that resources are becoming limited in the school system, and training or adequate training for special education, or just for all teachers to be knowledgeable, it's not there. So therefore, it kind of makes it harder to be able to adapt to every single need of a child. Now, granted, I am not a teacher. I have never taught students. But being a nurse, I have always had to alter care plans to my specific patient. I could not do something across the board for each and every one. Every patient was different. So I guess from that perspective, that's why I understand it. Now, granted, when I'm taking care of patients, I'm taking care of 4 or 5 at a time, versus teachers who are dealing with 20-something students. But again, I feel like that comes to the funding. I feel like that has to deal with the fact that schools should be supported. Schools should not have fundings cut for them. Teachers are some of the most important people that our children will ever come in contact with. I can tell you several teachers who've impacted my own life, let alone all the teachers that my children will come in contact with. So, I just feel like, as a society, I feel like compassion in and of itself has gone down dramatically. And I feel like we need to change that. You just never know what other people are going through. And it should not take a drastic event to happen for people to be reminded that, hey, you know what? It costs nothing to be kind. It costs nothing to be empathetic. It costs nothing to be compassionate, So that's my little soapbox, because that's the thing that's been bothering me this week. And as I've been telling y'all, this last year, since about November, December of 2024, it's been real heavy out here. And, if you are not centered in the things that truly make you the person that you are to your core, it would be hard to cope these days. So, yeah. But anyway, that's just what I've been. Please feel free to let me know what your thoughts are concerning. You don't have to agree with me at all. It's just mine. You want to say hi? Okay, say hi, YouTube. Hi. Okay, say bye. Bye. All right, so that's Sweet Pea. But, that's just something that's really near and dear to my heart. And it's already bad that our babies are vulnerable, or a part of a vulnerable population, right? And so that coupled with people who believe that these babies who learn differently or need additional support should be tossed aside and not being understood, and that just hurts my heart, because why not? And I feel like until you become a parent of a child with, special needs, or a child that learns differently or needs additional support, or whatever the case may be, right? Or a child with a disability, or whatever it is, like, until you really walk in those shoes, you really won't understand. And I feel like that's true for some people, but not for others, because I do feel that people do have empathy. But again, like, I do feel that it's funding. I do feel that some parents probably do fall into the mold of coddling their kids. But overall, all children deserve to be treated with respect, to be treated like an individual, and to know, like, everybody's not going to come in a classroom, sit down, and learn for hours on end. They're not going to learn to do that. They're children, and not everybody can do that. And if they can't, okay, let's figure out a way to help them be able to learn. And I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that, but I do understand the overwhelming amount of people and children that do need extra support. And again, the thing that would help to fix that is the funding. You want to say hi again? Yeah. Say hi, YouTube. Baby girl is loving the camera. Husband just came and got her, though. Okay, so again, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that it's a mixture of all different things, or it's just the funding, or it's just this or just that. But I think it's a conglomeration of things that need to be improved, supported, heard, changed, and to come to middle ground and find a common ground so that these children can learn. But what I don't agree with is the lack of compassion and empathy for children with disabilities or children who need extra support. That is not cool with me at all. And I just feel like this lady is like, it's like, oh my goodness, if you feel this way, I hope that you're not teaching kids. And if you are, I hope you're retired. Because, whoa. And again, there's a lot more children that may need support. There's a lot of that going on. But I think it's a lot of that now because so many parents are so proactive about getting their kids the help that they need versus me being a millennial. You know what I'm saying? And it's common, especially in the Black household, it's common, like, you fine, you'll get it together. But you know what I'm saying? Like, growing up in the Black community, that's how we were. But that's changing now. And I think it's changing for a lot of different people. So all that to say, please be kind to people who need extra support. All disabilities are not visible. All challenges that people face are not obvious. So just be a little bit compassionate. Show compassion, show support. That's all. But if you are one of those people who feel that you need to just push those children aside and so the regular, quote unquote, regular normal kids can learn, So anyway, all that to say, I'm done with that. But I just wanted to come out and talk about some things because I tend to kind of keep those things bottled up. And I've talked to the people who are close to me about it. But sometimes I really want to see, I want to put it out there and see what people really think. Because, you see one rhetoric and because you click that video, you'll get similar things because you've now added that into your algorithm or whatever. So, yeah. Oh, my gosh, I forgot my rings again. Jesus. Anyway. All right. So what we are about to do, we are about to fix my IOU. Okay. So I had an IOU of $4. And yep, $4. So I don't think I had another one. Let me see just to be sure. No, I don't. Okay, so cool. So what we're gonna do, I actually have $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is $4 that I am going to put here. So that IOU is now fixed and I have an extra $1. So I think what I'm going to do, I was going to put it in here, but y'all, Peanut lost a tooth recently. I don't know if I told y'all. And my husband forgot to put the dollar under his pillow. So I think what I'm going to do is just add $1 to his dollar challenge. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So it'll still go to him, but that way we can just keep an eye out on it. So yeah, I'm gonna color in $1 and I'm gonna add it to his $1 challenge in this envelope. That's what I'm gonna do. So that way he still get his $1 from the Tooth Fairy, even though my husband forgot. Yeah, y'all, I asked him like several times, like, hey, did you put the $1 under his pillow? Oh, I forgot. Did you put the $1 on his pillow? Oh, I forgot. So he was like, you know what? I'm not asking him to bump it. I'm just gonna add it to his $1 challenge. And that's gonna be that. So he's still gonna get it, but that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So that is it. That's all I really have for today. I hope to have and this is another thing too. So because when I don't have things to stuff, I am trying to continue to make videos. So we actually are almost caught up. So I think we need like one more month or so. And then by April or May, I should be bringing in the budget with me. So I'm excited about that. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a monthly budget with me, and I will incorporate that into my videos and try to do a monthly because I think it'll really help set us on schedule for our budgets. And I do want to show that to you guys. Also, budget stickers. I need stickers, y'all. A few weeks ago, I was watching Sita's budgeting journey, and she has the cutest Happy Planner stickers, but they're sold out. So I did look for some other ones, but I don't know. I'm going to look for some more. So if you guys have any suggestions for any kind of budget-related stickers, please let your girl know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel and spending time with me. I greatly do I greatly do appreciate you stopping by and spending time with your girl. If you like this video, please, please, please like and comment. If you watch my channel and have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Please, 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 please. Pretty, please. Consider subscribing to the channel. And please like, comment, share if you feel led. And hype your girl up. Hype me up. I'm trying to get seen out there. But y'all, hold up. At the time of this video, I think I got 13 or 1,391 subbies. I believe that's what I have right now. I looked before I started recording, but things can change because YouTube like to take away folks from your fam and from your sub lists. But I've grown. I have grown, and I am thankful. I am really, really, really trying to hit 1,400. I was trying to hit it by the end of February. But if it doesn't happen, that's cool. But yes, if you get, just please, please, please sub and comment, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you've made it this far in the video, please leave an orange heart, and I will talk to you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.